Hey, good evening and blessings out there, everybody. It's your man, Rod Hickman, generational wealth builders where poverty ends with us. Listen, super excited to be coming to you tonight on this Saturday night. Again, I know it's been a minute, but again, we've been hustling and bustling. Generational wealth builders is growing in leaps and bounds. And again, we have been all around just quite a bit. Been in Kentucky, been in Alabama, been in Georgia. So again, we are traveling a little bit. Again, got some great information, got some hot stars that's getting ready to come out, some new stunners, some new generational wealth builders that are about to pop out. Again, we're super excited about what we got going on in our Memphis office. We got we're just growing. Let me just say it like that. So it's kind of limited my time that I've been had to get on and talk about the things I want to talk about. Again, I love getting on here, love sharing this information, love, especially when those of you get on here and share back with me. I greatly appreciate it. So again, at this point, like, share, and let somebody know that Rod Hickman is on and talking a little bit about retirement today. So we're talking about checking on your 401k because there's been some stuff going on that I really, really, really want y'all to know about because, again, as you know, we are concerned about your retirement. Your retirement is for your future self, and it's yours. But right now, the way the system is set up, they're treating it like it's theirs. But either way, we'll get to that. So by way of announcement, we are super excited to be hosting someone who has been a tremendous mentor to my wife and I that has helped us in this journey of becoming brokers. Again, just probably one of the greatest individuals that I know. I mean, I'm not just gassing his head up. Again, one thing about me, if you've been around me, I like people to keep it real. I like for people to be pleasant to be around. I don't want to be around no negative Nancy. I like being around people that are overcomers. I like being around people that are ambitious because, again, I don't like victims. I don't like being around victims because when you're around victims, they keep making excuses. We here, we there, so and so and so. No, I'm not going to be around no victim. What I like to be around are people that overcome. And so I'm super excited to say that our Memphis office is actually hosting something so phenomenal. And I hope that you all would definitely make your opportunity to be there. But we have coming to the fair city of Memphis, Tennessee, Mr. Matt Sapala. He is a well-known best-selling author, and he's just released his book, Gotcha, and how to navigate the 5 pitfalls of financial freedom. If you have not read this book, you're cheating yourself. This is a phenomenal book. It talks about those ways where your money is slipping out of your hand. And he's coming here to Memphis, Tennessee. Now, again, what I can tell you is, again, if you want to rally or gauge success of somebody, he and his wife, again, in our organization, were the first ones to make $2 million a year in this business. They've been in this business 8-9 years, and this company has paid them almost $14 million. So again, I'm quite sure you'd agree with me that that is some success. And so he's going to be here at our Memphis office there on Crestwind Hills Road. So we space is limited, but we want to make sure that we have room for you. So I just put in the chat the Eventbrite so that you can actually register because we want to see you there with us again, so you can hear from him, actually get a book from him, and actually get him to sign it. So again, we're super excited about that. And this is what I like to tell people a lot of time. A lot of time people are like, sorry, he's just a man like anybody else. Well, no, because if it was anybody else, how many people do you know and you can look at in your phone that have made $2 million a year? I mean, let's just be honest. That are multimillionaires that will come to your office, that will come somewhere you are, don't charge you a dime and come and pour into you. How many people do you know like that? So again, I just like to make sure that people know that you have the opportunity to be great. You don't have to be in the same situation you're in. You can actually grow your situation. All right, so let me talk because I got to talk fast because I actually got to go here in a second. But listen, so there was an article that was published on this week, and it was talking about how so many people, the wealthy people, the Waltons, the Zuckerbergs, a few other the big name folk had went and started selling out on stock. They start selling out on their stock to get tangible cash money. Now, here's why that's important. And I shared it earlier in the week, and I'm actually glad I have time to get here now. The reason why that's important is if they're selling off their stock, that means they're like, okay, we don't want this here. What's going to happen is that can mess around and run up what they call a sell-off. And what that means is if you have money in this stock and people start abandoning that stock price dives, it takes a nosedive and you start losing money. Now, I'm going to try to break it down as simple as I can because I'm not really here to talk about the stock market. But here's what I want you to understand. I want you to understand this concept right here. If people invest in and now your stock is worth $100, but let's go back to it. If you bought it at $50 and people bought into it and now it's worth $100, now you have a gain. And depending on the amount of shares that you have is the amount of excess that you have. Makes sense. Conversely, if it's now at $100 and people start selling off and now your stock is worth $25, then you done lost your shirt. You done lost a whole lot of money. And can I be honest? That's what happened in 2008. That's what happened in 2000. People start selling off. And when people start selling off, people started losing their money, right? And that's how, again, the stock market is. It's like gambling. And that's what I tell all our clients. Listen, if you gamble, fine. That's your choice. But here's what you need to understand. With that gamble, you are going to mess around and either win some, but the question is, long term, are you going to lose? And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So let me get ready to share my screen again because I really want y'all to see this. Now, this isn't anything new. There's one thing that's new that I actually added. So I want y'all to actually take a look. And this is about the 401k trap. Now, y'all have heard me here before. Those of you all that follow us and stuff like that, y'all have heard this before. I don't want y'all to see that new part just yet. But y'all have heard this before. Nothing new. The 401k, we call it a trap. Why? It is an employer savings plan. It's not your money, right? It doesn't become your money until you turn 59 and a half. That's when you actually have control over that money. Now, let's talk a little bit about this. It's pre-tax money. So what that means is if you make, let's just say you make 90, I'll just pull a number here. You make $50,000 a year, right? And your company matches you 5%. That means they are going to invest into your retirement to $2,500. Period. That's the max that they're going to invest into your retirement policy over that course of the year. Does that make sense? So again, they're only going to pay you whatever they say they match. It's up to your annual salary. All right. So watch me now. So let's say you're like, hey, man, I need more than that, or I want to contribute more to my retirement plan. I'm going to grow my retirement. I'm going to contribute more. So let's say you contribute $3,750. That means that annually you are contributing about $6,250 a month. Over the course of 35 years, folks, that's what you would have contributed, that $218,000. Right now, it doesn't stop there. This is the new thing that I'm showing all of our clients when it comes to this. That over the last 30 years, you need to know what the market has done. So if we look at what the market has done over the last 30 years, if I just said equals the average of this, and I'll go down here. Wait a minute. All right. So what it's showing you is right here, it's showing you that over the last 30 years, the market has not even done 8%. Do y'all see that? When you account for inflation, if we looked at it just without the inflation, it's about 10.8 or 11%. Do y'all see that? But let's just take into consideration, because again, over the last 30 years, we've had inflation. So it's about 7.22%. So watch this, folks. So if we took your money, this $218,000, and we multiplied it times that 0.722, folks, over the last 30 years of you investing your money, this is what you would have. And after Uncle Sugar get his piece, this is where you would be. I'm gonna say that one again, because I know y'all, and normally when I do this, I give them 100%. When I show this to clients, I give them 100%. But this is realistically, if you look at it, your contribution annually, $62.50, that's going to be $218,000 that you invested over 35 years. Now watch me now. If the market, what is done in the last 30 years, is 7.22%, that means average, what you've averaged out over all this here is $234,000. And then after Uncle Sugar get his piece, meaning taxes, this is what you're left with. Folks, that's barely 3 years of your income. And that is why so many people have to go back to work after they retire, because they don't have enough money to live on, right? And I know y'all probably like, God almighty, Hickman, I can't stand you with your long head self. Why are you always telling us this stuff? Because I want you to know, because you still have time to recover. Some of you still have time to recover. But guess what? If you don't do anything, you won't have any time to recover. You're going to be forced to deal with that. Now, what do I mean when I say you have time to recover? Well, let's take a look. So there's a product out there called that we stand behind. And what a lot of people in the market are doing, they're looking more at annuities, especially the fixed index annuity. Why? I did a podcast a couple of weeks ago. When the market does bad, people tend to look to fixed index annuities. And annuities saw a 20+% increase over 2023 over 2022. Why? Because people want to make sure that their retirement money is there, that their money is protected. And so these are what I did. I just did some very simple numbers to show you how you can self-fund and still have more money to retire off on than believing in the 401k trap. So this is an 18-year-old that's putting away $200 a month. And over to the age of 67, which is again 49 years, this brother would have about $6.25 million. Again, with no losses. No losses in the market, he'd have $6.25 million. Let me ask you, folks, would you be able to survive off $6.25 million? I hope so. Right? And even if you can't, I mean, I'm just saying, $6.25 million is some good money. Well, let's say you're 25 and decide to get started. That would be a $108,000 investment, meaning $200 a month to the age of 67. That'd be about $3.2 million. At 35, 76, $1 million. At age 52 or 45, it'd be about $52,000, but you end up with $314,000. But here's what you need to understand. The distribution income annually is what's going to really matter. Look at him. My young man here will have about almost $360,000. $360,000, all for investing $200 a month. Again, $188,000. That ain't bad money. $69,000 and then almost $24,000. Now, here's what I really want you to take a look at. And this is why we call it the 401k trap. That is still less money invested than this right here. Ending up with this right here. Can you see it? This is what you contributed thinking that, oh yeah, I'm going to be straight. But no, you're really not. This is realistically where you would be at. Does that make a little bit of sense? And so what I really want us to understand is, folks, that again, you need to know your retirement numbers. So let me give you that and I'm going to get on out of here. So if your annual income is $50,000, and you basically take your annual income and however many years of funding you need. So let's just say you want to retire at the age of 60. You need to prepare to have funding to the age of 90. Now, a whole lot of folk don't live to the age of 90, but again, that's what we help our clients prepare for. So if you say that $50,000 times 30, that means that when you get ready to walk away from your job, bare bones, you need to have $1.5 million. Period. Period and point blank. That's the bare bone minimum. But let's look at the shortfall that this person had. This person is short $1.3 million. So what does that mean? They're going back to work. They've invested all this money right here, and they're still going to have to go back to work. When if they just would have taken the time to learn about other options that would give them the opportunity to save money, look where they could have been. Look where they could have been. Now I hear you. You probably say, well, God almighty, Rod, where were you when I was 18? I can't answer that question. But here's what I can tell you now. We should be able to help you right now. We can help you navigate through this, especially if you're 59 and a half, because now that is your retirement. We can help you move that money over and put it in some products that are going to help make sure that you're taken care of for the rest of your life. That's the promise that we give you. That's how we help families at Generational Wealth Builders. That's what we do. And that's why we're growing like we're growing. That's why we're opening up multiple offices. It's because we're helping people. That's why I'm not able to get on here and just prattle along like I used to do, right? I literally have to just kind of put it in where I fit in. So again, that's what I wanted to show y'all tonight. Check on your 401k because it's hard out there in the mean streets. And I'm telling you all, like I say, there was when people start pulling their money out of the market, the wealthy folk, when the wealthy folks start pulling their money out of the market, there's a reason why they're doing it. There's a reason why they're doing it. I promise you. Now, again, I'm not saying nothing to cause any kind of fuss, but I just want y'all to see. Listen, we're going to tell you the truth, so help me Lord. That's what we're going to do. We're going to tell you the truth, so help me Lord. And I want y'all to see that, listen, these wealthy folk know what's going on. I ain't going to call it insider trading, but here we go. And I'm going to put this link here in the chat because I want y'all to go read it for yourself. Look at these folk. They cashing out. Why? Why they cashing out? As much money they have, why in the world are they cashing out? They know something that we don't. And what's going to happen is if you don't make a move, you're going to get caught holding the bag. All right. Well, listen, that's been my time for tonight. We appreciate each one of you. Thank you to all of our clients that continue to trust us and they become a part of our family. They're generational wealth builders, making sure that their legacy is never ashamed to say that they were tied to them because, again, they have set everything up. Well, listen, that's my time. I hope that you all have gotten some value out of what I've said tonight. Again, like, share this video. Make sure somebody hears it. Listen, if you're young, we want to talk to you. You can get that $6.2 million. We can help you get on deck for that. Again, love y'all. Y'all have a good day and God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.